Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Putri Veronica. My NPM is 224114040 from Management Class 22A. Here I will explain about communication. Communication at first glance may seem simple, but the meaning of communication itself is actually very diverse. The term communication itself actually comes from Latin, namely communicatus, which means sharing or the goal of achieving togetherness. So the word communicatus was translated to many languages, include Indonesian, and become a term that we usually use to describe conversation between ourselves and other people. According to Big Indonesian Dictionary or KBBI, communication is the process of sending and receiving message between two or more people. Communication is the process of conveying message or information from one party to another party so that the message in question can be understood. Communication can be done verbally or non-verbally. According to experts, communication can also be defined as a process that allows someone to convey stimuli or verbal symbols to change other people's behavior. Forms of communication include interpersonal, group, organizational, and mass communication. The purpose of communication is to achieve togetherness and build relationship between individuals or groups. Types of communication. There are several types of communication, each of which more or less has the same goal, namely conveying information. The following are the types of communication and their explanation. Verbal communication, a type of communication carried out using words, either orally or in writing. Nonverbal communication, a type of communication that is carried out without using words, but using body language, movements, or facial experience. Written communication, a type of communication carried out by writing message or information in the form of letters, emails, or text message. Visual communication, a type of communication carried out using image, photos, graphic, or videos to convey message or information. Verbal communication, a type of communication carried out in a formal context, such as in a work environment or organization using standard and formal language. Informal communication, a type of communication carried out in informal context, such as is everyday life using relaxed and non-standard language. Nonverbal communication, a type of communication carried out in an informal context, such as in social activities or non-academic activities. Direct communication, the type of communication that occurs directly, such as in face-to-face or telephone conversation. And direct communication, a type of communication carried out through media such as letters or emails. Mass communication, a type of communication carried out by conveying message or information to a wider audience, such as through mass media or advertising. Communication goals. After knowing what communication means, next you need to know the purpose of communication. In short, the purpose of communication is to create understanding between both parties. However, there are still a number of purposes of communication that you need to know. Creating understanding. The main goal of communication is to create understanding between the sender of the message and the recipient of the message. Effective communication ensures that the message conveyed can be clearly understood by the recipient. Submit information. Communication is used to convey information, whether in the form of facts, data, or news knowledge. This goal help in broadening our horizon and knowledge, influence attitudes and behavior. Communication also aims to influence the attitude, opinions, and behavior of other people. Through persuasive communication, we can influence others to change their views or brand action. Building relationship. Communication plays an important role in building relationship between individuals or groups. These goals include strengthening social peace, building trust, and increasing collaboration. Solve the problems. Communication can be used as a tool to solve problems and resolve conflicts. Through effective communication, we can seek solutions together, listen to other people's perspective, and reach agreement. Improve the performance. Good communication can improve individual and group performance by communicating clearly and effectively. We can coordinate tasks, provide constructive feedback, and motivate others. Building identity and image. Communication also plays a role in building identity and image of oneself or an organization through proper communication. We can express the values, goals, and personality that we want to convey to others. Four types of communication. One, oral. Verbal communication is the use of language to transfer information through speaking or signs language. Two, nonverbal. Nonverbal communication is the use of body language, gesture, and facial experience to convey information to others. Three, reason for visual. Communication is indeed simple activity, but this is actually an important thing to do. Without communication, we will experience many difficulties. Without communication, you will not have friends, boyfriends, or life partners. Without communication, you will often get lost and experience many difficulties. Moreover, without communication, your life will definitely be many times more difficult than it needs to be. That's all I can say. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.